Hey, I'm the final anomaly. If you enjoy the video, please hit it with the like, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, any feedback, and if you would consider subscribing to the channel, I would really appreciate it. It helps the channel out massively. So Ojama-sama versus them all part 3. I did not record these all in one sitting, as we've already dueled a lot of these decks, and unfortunately in rank we encounter a lot of repeat decks like Drytron, Eldridge. And so I only recorded the matches of decks that I have not yet faced in any of these videos. I won't be able to show you the full win rate because they were from different days, but I'll show you the win rate here of a few matches in the video. I think we lost maybe one match. And then at the end of the video, I'll show you the win rate for more of those matches, which I think we lost none of those matches. So I believe the win rate's about a 90%. Guys, I still back this deck 100%. I think it is top tier. I think it keeps up with the meta. And I think it's a very powerful and fun deck. We will be hosting a tournament May 7th. It is free to join. There will be a first place prize. I hope everybody can make it. The sign up will be in the description for challenge, my Discord, and the Twitch channel, which is where the tournament will be hosted. We stream live 5 days a week, with Wednesday and Friday being Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope all of you guys can make it out. Come say hello, and we can have some duels if you guys would like. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the matches. I hope you guys enjoy.
Alrighty, so this match here, we drew a pretty decent hand. It wasn't terribly bad. Go ahead and fast forward it here. Danger, guys. This guy did a lot of moves. He did a lot of moves here. I don't know what the end goal was. I guess he did link summon a monster, which I think maybe was the end goal. But I really don't know what he was going for here. I was scared because he kept just going into several monsters. But so were YUGIOH, which allowed him to go into additional plays. I don't know if maybe the discarding didn't go the way he wanted it to. And this is in Platinum, guys. I don't remember. Platinum. I'm Platinum 5. I don't know what he was. He was Platinum, though. So anyway, he's going into a bunch of plays still. Again, I don't know what the end goal was. He did summon some negates, though. Oh, okay. I think I remember now. Maybe his goal. I mean, he did have an interruption and a few negates. So I mean, he definitely still had a good board. But if you could see my hand, I got a Dark Ruler no more. So Palooza goes down to 0 with that. Oh, he summons this guy. What does this guy do again? Skip your next draw phase, also draw 2 cards and discard a card. He was going for something, because why do you go to skip your draw phase? You know, he was left with what, 16 cards in his 15 cards in his deck. So he keeps going here, still 15 cards in the deck. He brings out IP. I don't know if he just bricked 14 cards in the deck, guys. What was he going for? I mean, 14 cards in the deck. What's the strat? Like what's the strat here? So I Dark Ruler no more him, and that's game. So oh, okay, he has Snow here, which it kind of scared me a little bit. If it wasn't for his danger card, I wouldn't have had Duo in the graveyard, so that's his fault. Anyway, he flips my my blue face down. He goes for IP's effect, but it's negated. I'll go ahead and go to the battle phase, bring out blue anyways. Go ahead and activate this. We bring an Ojama out. Now, we bring 2 Ojamas out, guys. So I've learned something, and this will be in the routes video as well. Thank you to everybody in the comment section for telling me this one, because it never occurred to chain Ojama with Ojama for the cost. That would have saved me in so many past duels, thinking I couldn't do it because I didn't have the Ojama cards. So moving forward, I can now, which is great. So we do Ojama, we send yellow, bring out blue, bring out Powell Arm Dragon, go with blue. And then we go ahead and search the 2 cards. We go for Ojama again, we go for Ojamagic. So he can't, another thing, guys, I never realize that they can use Blossom in the damage step. So when blue activates his effect, once he attacks, they can't Blossom you, guys. That's another thing you can kind of be aware of. That'll be in the routes video as well. So we use Ojama here, send Ojamagic. We summon blue. Activate Ojama. He attacks. We activate Ojama Blue again. We bring out Delta Hurricane and Oja Simulation. I mess up here. I didn't realize I can't do Ojama again. The plan was to go for Ojama Red, but I didn't realize that I didn't have... I couldn't activate it anymore. Once it's set, it couldn't be activated, which I think is kind of dumb, because you can set a spell card and then flip it on the same turn, but you can't set a quick play. Like I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyway, we go for the usual play. Now this guy took forever on his turn as well, right? We can't take forever on our turn because they just quit, which is annoying. So they take forever on their turn, right? And they want us to wait 10 million years, but when we need to take our turn, they ain't having it. They just quit, which I mean is fine by me, but seriously, like, now I messed up here. I thought I activated ABC's effect, but I activated XYZ's effect first. So then I chained it with ABC's because I wanted to banish Snow. I did not want to send Snow to the graveyard. Snow needed to be banished. I had messed that up, so I got rid of a card. I also messed up Ojama, not moving the vanilla Ojamas back to the deck. That was also another mistake. So I correct that here. But he quits. And that's the dangers, guys. Ojamas are too powerful. And I think it went fairly well, especially because his first turn, I don't think he even activated any kind of negates. Anyway, opponent goes first. He went ahead and activated Pot of Desires, drew 2 cards, played his continuous spells, was able to special summon this guy, and we went ahead and went to our blue combo that fast. So I think we got ourselves all the way down to 500 life points, which was super risky. He activated his monster's effect here, bringing able to bring a continuous spell or trap from the deck, which is fine. If he could negate it, we would just go into another Ojama. And so the reason I brought Ojama Blue from the graveyard the first time, or I think that even the second time, was in case he had called by the grave. But then when I realized we were going to need a 6th Ojama, I went ahead and just grabbed the second copy. So of course we're going into the usual combo, guys. Like I said, a lot of people think this combo is hard to land. It is like water, it just flows. I was thinking maybe here I could try to Delta Hurricane him, but I didn't have enough Ojamas. And I wanted to also be careful with how many cards I drew. He activated Solemn Judgment here. He didn't want to have that Ojama go again. That's where I was going to do Ojama Red and special summon my Ojamas, which is fine. We had the combo done. We had Oja Simulation, both copies in our hand already. And we had more than enough Ojamas to get the job done here. So we go in Oja Simulation. We go into our plays. I didn't go for Palooza this time. I didn't feel he had Nibiru. Now, I have tricked some people into thinking I don't have Nibiru by turning off the toggle. So I was scared he might have done that. But I don't think so. I went ahead and did this because I accidentally bought Buster Drake back from my graveyard. So I made a mistake there again. Which is the reason I used... Droplet, but to be honest, I could have just discarded him for Nightmare's cost. So I didn't think about that. Anyway, we go into Access Code Talker here. We destroy the monster. We don't want to destroy this spell card because this spell card gives him a graveyard effect. So I wait to go to ABC so that I can banish it instead, so that he cannot activate that graveyard effect. Draw another card just to see what I draw. Go ahead and go to Oja Simulation here. We bring out XYZ. Then we go ahead and bring out ABC. And now we banish that spell card so that he can't activate the graveyard effect. Go ahead and go into A to Z, and then we draw a card and end our turn. He goes ahead and sets a card, plays a card, I negate it. Once I negate it, he realizes A to Z is just too powerful. And that's game. He surrenders. He scoops. So, again, this one is Ojamas versus True Draco, and Ojamas are beast. They win. GG's. Alrighty, so this match, this is the first match today that I'm trying to do for the Ojama-sama Part 3 video, and I haven't had a Blue Eyes deck in the video, so finally I'm like, yes, we're getting a Blue Eyes deck. This is it.
And guys, this is becoming very frustrating. I don't know what's happening to Master Duel. Seriously, like, you have the combination of the bots. You have the repeat copycat decks back to back to back. You have the rewards that are just worthless when you finish a duel. You have these events that, yeah, they're okay, but after 2-3 days, you know, they're done and that's it. That's all you get. The update was horrible. The new cards were horrible. All they did was support the meta that already exists. Like, I don't know what's going on. And then you got that, and then you got people who either cheat or that are just quitting the game, disconnecting so that they don't take the loss. And so this guy, he's in platinum. Only reason he didn't go into the rest of his plays, guys, is because I max-seed him. He didn't want me drawing more cards. He had cards in his hand that he could special summon. Okay, he didn't go into those because he didn't want me drawing any more cards. But I don't get this, right? The match is completely smooth, and this isn't the first time. Usually I give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's gotten to a point where it's so often, and it's usually against people who have been a platinum or aren't platinum, and it's frustrating. Because if the metagame is to just disconnect so you don't take a loss, I don't know what you're doing playing online. Like, this is, it's disgusting, it's frustrating, and like I said, I usually give people the benefit of the doubt, but it's very frustrating. Like, I still get the win, but it's very unsatisfying. I kind of feel a little upset that that person doesn't get the loss on his profile or on his record. And so this is why I always try to show the match history in my videos, guys, to be extremely transparent, because I could easily disconnect. You would never know. I could show you the history of my replays that I saved and I cherry picked, and the deck would look amazing. It's not about that. And that's why this is very frustrating. Anyway, guys, anybody that knows this deck and has followed this deck knows I'm going into A to Z here. But I'm picking what I want to play. And the guy just disconnects. I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm sorry. I'm not going to say that it just happened to disconnect. No, I think this guy purposefully disconnected. And I think it's disgusting. Like, what's the point of you even playing anymore? Like, when this happens, just scoop. Take the loss. Move on. I guess I'm at a point where Master Duel is really just starting to get to me, because there's so much stuff that's broken. Like I said, bots, poor rewards, poor update, no new ban list. They only supported the existing meta. People are rage quitting. People are cheating. So what does that leave? Like, what else does that leave us? Anyway, I go into my plays here, guys. We're about to do A to Z, and connection failed, guys. The connection failed. Yeah, no it didn't. Okay, no it didn't. Alrighty, so for this deck, I guess this was just what, maybe pendulum, a pendulum deck. I don't think I let him go into a lot of plays. It had odd eyes in it. So anyway, he goes into his plays here. I wait. I have the toggle off so he doesn't have max C. I turn on the toggle here, play max C. I guess he decides he's not going to do his pendulum summons, because obviously I would get to draw cards, which is good for me because I didn't have very good cards here. Go ahead and set the droplet. That way we have some kind of protection in case we need to defend ourselves. I have the toggle off, but I turn it on right here. I turn off his effect so that he can't take advantage of the effect. Discard Ojama Duo, and then I go into Nibiru. Now, I make a huge mistake here and accidentally put the token into attack mode, which I'm glad didn't cost me the game. Huge mistake. I put his token into attack mode, which was super dangerous because it was 5100. He was still able to do some plays here with what he had. But we got lucky. We got lucky that we didn't lose here because of the mistake of putting the token into attack mode. Almost cost us the game. All we had here was Ojama Duo, but that's all we needed for the play. We drew Ojama Pajama, summoned Ojama Duo. Went ahead and win normal summon green. I brought in Melfi so that I can attack directly and then go into Zeus. But then I also went into Ojama Blue here. I could only attack once because I didn't have enough attack power, so we went ahead and got Oj Simulation and Ojamatch. I got Ojamatch in case I needed to survive next round to bring out level 3. Arm Dragon level 3. Went ahead and used his effect. Set Ojama Pajama and Ojamatch. Activated Ojama Pajama. Got Ojama Duo. Sent it to the graveyard. I wasn't too scared here that he'd be able to do anything, but just in case, we had our cards.
Went ahead and drew an Oja simulation. We brought out both Ojamas again. So guys, again, Ojama duo for the W. We went ahead and go into our plays here. But I think he ends up scooping because he realizes he might see these Ojamas and be like, oh, they're not gonna do nothing. But once he realizes that I can go into link plays, I think he decides to scoop. So anyway, we go into Ojama red. We bring out our Ojamas here so we can go into some links, get IP, and then he scoops. So Ojama duo in this one again for the W. So he decides to pass his turn. I don't get why a lot of players do this, but he plays this, reveals the Dark Magician, and ends his turn. Like, guys, I'm sorry, please don't do this. You're only gonna lose. Anytime somebody does this, I'm almost positive I'm gonna win the match. That's not the case all the time, but I'm very confident when players do this, I'm gonna win because, wow. Now maybe he bricked. Who knows? But anyway, we go ahead and go for Ojama red here. He activates Max C, which is fine. He's going to be able to draw 3 cards off of this, but this will secure us a Zeus on the field, plus dealing damage to him. So I go ahead and immediately go for Melfi. Now, I did consider just keeping Melfi on the field for defense purposes, but went ahead and attack life points directly here. Went into Zeus and ended our turn. We didn't need him drawing more cards. Now keep in mind, guys, if I had, you know, a worse brick, I could have just set a monster face down. He had, what, 3 cards in his hand? He can't special summon here. I don't think he realized that. So I feel even more confident because now he can't special summon. He's not going to do very much. So he plays this, and that's pretty much it. I decide, alright, I'm going to activate Zeus, because I could probably kill in this turn. So go ahead and activate Zeus's effect. He activates this. I don't understand why. I went ahead and activated Max C, because I'm going to get to draw 2 cards here, and send everything he just summons right now to the graveyard. So this is kind of hilarious. Maybe a mistake on his part, I don't know. But I think he thought it was going to happen after the fact. So anyway, we go ahead and send all the shenanigans to the graveyard. Go ahead and switch him to attack mode. I go ahead and special summon my Power Arm Dragon. He activates Impermanence. I don't understand why. I don't. Maybe so that I wouldn't activate Zeus's effect to get a second material. Go ahead and play Power Arm Dragon. I go ahead and draw a card here. He activates this guy's effect. He's able to be special summoned back into the field, but got to be banished when he leaves the field. Luckily, we got 2 Forbidden Droplets here. So he activates this effect. I go ahead and activate Forbidden Droplets so that he can't summon anything from his deck. We send a Bureau to the graveyard. He doesn't get to activate that effect, and that's GG's. He doesn't have any more plays. We obliterate him here. But that is Dark Magician. But we got the W. Again, Ojamas are too powerful. Though we didn't end up with any much Ojama action here. It was more their effects that led to this. So, we drew a bunch of negates here, which is bad because now we have Oja Magic and Ojama Pink, which we can discard Ojama Pink. So, a good strat here is we can discard Ojama Pink, draw a card, discard Oja Magic, draw 3 cards. And so this would actually make us plus. But I don't think I was able to go that route. Anyway, this guy does some weird plays here, getting two Blue Eyes White Dragons on the field, which is actually what kept me from being able to use Droplet to be able to discard Ojama Pink, drawing a card, discarding Oja Magic, and going plus and hopefully getting a better hand. He actually was able to stop that by keeping both Blue Eyes. So we just set pass. We set Ojama Red. The reason we set a Forbidden Droplet is in case he summons an effect monster that's just overpowered and is going to beat us, we can half the attack power, and we'll have several options to half the attack power here. Anyway, he summons this guy. This guy is pretty good, depending on what you bring out. Anyway, he attacks my Ojama Pink. He opts not to attack Ojama... he opts not to attack Ojama Pink because I guess he doesn't want to activate the effect. I went ahead and activated Ojama Duo, giving him the tokens so that I always wait to the end phase so he can't use them. And then I bring in, I think, Ojama Blue and Ojama Pink. I go ahead and go for Melfi here so that we can get Zeus out. I go ahead and activate the effect so I can attack life points directly. I have the attack of the 3000 monster so that I can
so that I can crash into it, guys. One thing, I must have forgot about this, but I guess Droplet doesn't target, because this guy's effect is, your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. So Droplet doesn't target. I guess I must have forgot that, so it's good to remember that. If somebody correct me on that in the comment section if I'm wrong about that, but I guess I must have just forgot about it. Anyway, we discard Ojamagic. We have to attack, so of course I attack with this to secure that. We go into all the plays with Ojama Blue, bringing in all the cards that we need. We get 2 Ojamatches here. Now, if I wasn't scared of being blossomed, I would have gone for Delta Hurricane, and then we could have gone into Delta Hurricane here. But I had already planned on wiping the board with Zeus before going into any more plays, and so that way he couldn't activate his Dragon's effect, destroying everything. So anyway, we go ahead and keep doing these plays here. Nothing in the game notified me that he had a Blossom or a Nibiru. Guys, if you guys want to get away from that and not let people know, turn the toggle off. Just be super careful to turn it back on when you're ready to use it, because you might miss your chance. If you do the toggle off, it won't notify them that you have something in your hand you want to play. Anyway, we go ahead and use Zeus here, send everything out. Now we go into our plays. I don't know why he goes permanents here. No clue. Maybe so I don't gain more materials. Anyway, we go ahead and activate Ojamatch to bring out Ojama Red, so that we can go into a bunch of links here. So we summon Ojama Red, we go to special summon, and I think he realizes that there's nothing that's going to be done here. He's toast. And so GG's to the opponent. Alrighty. We also got a pretty fantastic hand. We got Ojama Blue already, we got Droplet already, we got a Max C, but he has got Perform Mage. Brings out this one here, Artemis. And I think that's pretty much it, because I Max C him here, so he chooses not to go into any more plays because of Max C. I think. We go ahead and draw into Nibiru. Yeah, and he... So guys, again, remember this, guys. Max C is not just there to draw cards. You can draw cards with Max C. You can bait out a Blossom. You can bait out Called by the Grave. But also, it's there to stop them from going into all their plays. If they want to do the Max C challenge, they can, but it is very hard. So anyway, we go ahead and go Droplet, bring out Blue. We attack into the monster here. Summon Blue's effect, go into Ojamatch. 2 Ojamatches here. And so I still go into 2 Ojamatches, though I know I can only discard one Ojama card, because I can chain both Ojamatches. Again, if you missed this, guys, it'll be in the routes, and thank you so much for everybody in the comment section for giving me this tip, because I did not know, or maybe I just never thought about it, and it's really great. So anyway, we send green, he blossoms us, so we immediately chain the second Ojamatch, using the Ojamatch on the field as a cost. We go ahead and bring Blue from the graveyard here. Armed Dragon. We go ahead and do Blue's effect. Send out Blue, and then we continue on to the combo here. Now, the reason, guys, we got Blue from the graveyard is for this right here, because he activated Called by the Grave. So is the reason that we went for Blue from the graveyard. And then he quit because I think he realized what we were gonna do. I think he knew the combo. I don't see why he would have quit, but he knew he couldn't Called by the Grave Ojama Blue there, so we got him, guys. Alrighty, so this deck I think is a Utopia deck, because he summons a lot of Utopia cards. A really good deck if it wasn't for me having Forbidden Droplet or Dark Ruler No More in my hand. Guys, reducing this deck to 44 cards have made me drawing a Droplet or a Droplet or Dark Ruler No More very consistent in the hand. I usually get at least one or the other in every opening hand. If not, sometimes I get 3, which that's kind of bad. But anyway, it's just, you usually get it in an opening hand. It's been very consistent. Anyway, he goes to his summons here. He summoned these Utopia cards. I was scared he was going to go for Champion. I don't know how to say, Rongo? Is that how you say the name? I was scared he was going to go for him, but after I started seeing these cards, I kind of knew, okay, he's not going for Rongo. And so anyway, he summoned all these Utopia. I've never faced one of these decks. This is actually my first time facing a pure Utopia. I want to say pure Utopia, because that's all he was summoning was Utopia. And so anyway, he's summoning his cards. It's my turn. So the first thing we want to do, guys, in any duel is look at you want to make sure you see what their effects are. He's activating this guy's effect, allowing him to bring in another Utopia XYZ to the field. I don't want that because I don't know if it's going to be a negate, so we're not going to allow him to do that. This guy too, he has a quick effect. You can target one effect monster your opponent controls and negate his effect and half his attacks. We need to negate that. This guy, he doesn't have a quick effect. Once per turn if Utopia monster you control is original. So this doesn't matter. So we don't need to negate him. We don't need to negate him. We just need to negate two guys on the field. Luckily, we drew an Ojama blue. Two guys the world was given to us in his hand. We go ahead and use Droplet. We send two cards to the graveyard. Go ahead and send... these are the two cards that are the least beneficial cards I needed. So we go ahead and negate both this monster's effects that can interrupt us. So now that that's out of the way, we summon Ojama blue. He max sees us, doesn't matter. Not right now, it doesn't matter. It does matter, but it doesn't matter right now because these are normal summons. We're going for Ojamas. Go ahead and activate Ojamas, sending Ojamas to the graveyard, bringing in a blue, bringing in a Pile Arm Dragon from the graveyard, and we go ahead and go into our combo here pretty much. So we go ahead and get Ojamagic. You guys, if you guys have been keeping up with the videos, you guys should know Ojama Blue's combo by now. And I've said this before, it's very fluid. We usually go into it every single match. Usually doesn't counter a problem. Now, if he's got a hand trap that hurts us, you know, that might encounter an issue. But he's got one card in his hand. He hasn't activated, so we're good. Worst case, we had an Ojama Assimilation in our hand, so we keep crashing in here. We go ahead and go Delta Hurricane this time because we already have an Ojama Assimilation, so we can afford to get Hurricane this time. Go ahead and use Ojama. We just go ahead and want to send one of the extra Ojamas. This time we normal summon Ojama Red. Go ahead and activate the effect. Now he's going to go ahead and get to draw a card here because of all these summons, which is fine. Go ahead and clear the field with Delta Hurricane. Go into Palooza, that way we can negate. He's going to draw a card. And now we want to immediately go into A to Z because we don't need him drawing any more cards because he's going to get to draw like 3 or 4 cards here. So we go ahead and go into ABC like usual. Now at this point, I think I'm hoping I could maybe draw into an Ojama Pajama or something. And so I went ahead and went with Piled Arm Dragon, I think. Just in hopes that I would draw... Yeah, just in hopes that I could draw something that'll give me some more cards in my hand. But unfortunately... Oh, no. Okay, he blossomed it is what he did. But you know what? This was nice because we got to get rid of one of the cards in his hand plus negate it. And then he does permanence, which, you know what? This is fine because we still get to get a card in our hand for the sacrifice of one card, which is fine. So for the cost of one card, we got rid of 2 cards in his hand, which is good for us because on his turn, we need to negate as much as possible. So anyway... and the reason the Max C challenge wasn't that scary is because I could negate a lot of what he had in his hand. Just with A to Z. Anyway, we go into our draws here so that we can get as many cards in our hand. I think we can get 2 additional cards in our hand. Yeah, 2 additional cards in our hand. And so now we have 4 negates of whatever we please, of course, that can be negated. And then we have 3 negates of effect monsters here. So we go ahead and negate this so he doesn't bring that warrior monster from his deck to his hand. We want to be very selective too of what we negate. Yeah, we definitely want to negate that, so we go ahead and negate it. It's a continuous spell too. We don't need that effect lingering. So we go ahead and negate it. He does a normal summon. He tries to activate the effect in the graveyard. We go ahead and negate that as well. Palooza's still at 1600, so I'm not scared he'll immediately go into the battle phase. He tries to activate his effect. We use Palooza. And now, of course, he goes into the battle phase because he knows he can attack Palooza here, which is fine. Palooza did enough work. So now we go ahead and go to the Racoon here. We go ahead and bring out our token. Now we have 2 4,000 monsters, and he scoops because it's over. But anyway, guys, that is Utopia versus Ojamas, and Ojamas reign supreme. Alrighty, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. For this section of the matches, of course, earlier too, I think we had like 5 out of 6 matches. Today we got 6 out of 7 matches. We lost 1 match. We finally got to Plat 5, guys. This is the win record. This is not matches that I cherry picked from replays. If I go to match history here, these are in fact the matches that I had to get to rank here, guys. So if you could see the win rate for yourself, this is of course from the other day, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 9 matches we won, and that's combination of the Ojama deck and my last deck with the Exodia Kaiju. But if we don't count that, we still won 6 out of 7 matches with the Ojamas, guys. I consider this Ojama deck to be top tier. A lot of people maybe still doubt it, guys. I back it. This Ojama deck is very powerful. And so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will have the profile for the deck down below. If you have any questions, guys, comment. Let me know. Let me know if there's anything you guys want to know. Maybe any more tips. We do have an Ojama route video, part 3 video coming out, and it'll have all the routes, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tourney. Check us out on Twitch. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing day. I really appreciate every single one of y'all.